morning and afternoon, everybody. So sorry we're not able to be together and make some music, but we'll get there. So we're going to use today just to kind of get going on Soundtrap. This might just be a review for sophomores or seniors, but just make sure you know what's going on. But you should all have a link to Soundtrap on Google Classroom, and if you click that link, it will take you to something like this. And if you're an existing user, of course, just sign in. New user, just use Google and sign in with your school account, please. Okay, so that'll take you in and get you signed up. And then once you're in, it should pop up and look somewhat like this is going to look in 25 minutes from now when this loads. There we go. So you'll probably not have all this stuff, but you should have like some projects. But what I need you to go to is Studio up here. And it should take you to a screen in which you're going to choose Music Podcast. The only real difference between these two, this has the ruler on the top in measures, and this one, the podcast, has the ruler on in time, like seconds. So we're going to start with the music one. So click that, and you'll get this blank option here. And what we're going to do, I want you to, as the instructions said, you're going to do pick 3 loops and just make a quick little song. This is my way to just make sure everything's kind of working for you. The loops are over here, where there's a little purple, and there's all the loops. And so I'm asking that you put in 3 loops minimum. You at least have drums, bass, and piano. So you can scroll through all the different loops. You can kind of filter out what you want to see. So like I said, you want to pick drums, filter out the drums, and then you can sample them. You can't really hear that, but you can sample them. There you go. You can also favorite some. Oops, I got to clear out. I favorited a couple. So, and then once you've got one that you like, just select it, drag it over, and there it is. And you can, if you don't like it, then you can just select and delete it if you would like to. So yeah, do drums, bass, and then for some reason this didn't pick up my piano, although I did favorite it. There it is. And I picked a piano. I like this piano sound. So let's see. I don't know if you can hear that okay, but yeah, you can sample it, you can change, you can kind of play around with some of these. We'll get into this more, but if you just want to kind of experiment, you can play around with the volume of each one. You can change the tempo, you can change the key for these loops because they're just what we call MIDI files, so you can change all that stuff. So once you have that, you have to click save. It won't save it on its own, so you have to click save. And if you want to change it to something other than untitled song, put in a new song, funky beat or whatever you want to call it. I got to save it again because I just changed the name. And then what I want you to do, how do you turn this in? I really want to avoid having to go to Soundtrap myself to grade this stuff. I want to do all the grading through Google Classroom. So we're going to put the link in Google Classroom. And here's how you do it. The button below the loop button is the collaboration button, and we'll be using this a lot to work with others on this. But for turning this in, you can see I'm already a collaborator, but again, I don't want to have to go through Soundtrap. So you're going to click on this, you'll get this link. So just copy this link and paste it into the assignment that will be in Google Classroom. Does that make sense? All right, so once you've done that, you've pasted that link. Awesome. we're going to create a new one. So that was the first project. The second one, we're going to go and do we're going to use podcast. You can see now that it switched over to seconds. And the other thing that's nice about doing podcasts is that it takes off all the reverb on the microphone. So it's just it's a cleaner sound. So here's what I need you to do. You got to add a track. You can do it right here. You can do it right here. But let's just add a track. And since we're just recording ourselves, when you're recording your instrument too, just use the microphone. These are MIDI instruments. So this isn't for recording you when you're playing. This is for recording you when you're playing because it's a microphone. So select that. And all these options come up. You can make sure whichever microphone that you're using, if you're using a different microphone than your laptop. And you're going to record, and I just want you to say your name and a joke. So let's see here. My name is Jeremy Marino. And what do you call a whale that holds its breath? A blue whale. Okay. If you want, and there's a family and friends nearby who are laughing hysterically at your joke, you can just leave that on for a couple seconds of laughter. All right, so I did that recording. Same thing here. It's not going to save unless you save it. So I'm going to save that. And I should have done this first, but let's see. Joke. Let's save again real quick. And now I'm going to show you how to do the next thing is once you save, you can see that it's kind of mixing down over here. Once it's done mixing down, it'll be ready to download. And so I want you to download it for me and upload. So we're going to upload two different things. One's going to be a link, an invite link, and one's going to be an audio file. Man, oh man, this is taking forever to mix down 8-second joke. There it is. So there's the button. You can download it right there. I think it downloads automatically as a WAV file. I prefer if you went over here and did it as an MP3. So we're going to export, and it's saved down here. Awesome. And so then I just want you to upload, you're uploading the file, the link to your first song, right, with the loops. And in the same assignment, you're going to upload this audio file of your joke. And that will be my way of knowing we're kind of good to go on Soundtrap. If you have questions or you're unsure, you can check like the Soundtrap help, and they're pretty good about helping out and finding what you can like look this stuff up under resources or I can't remember where the help button is. Somewhere we'll find it. But we'll also work it out in class. All right, everyone. Good luck. I will see you hopefully tomorrow and Friday.